Hello everyone. This is your video for data for the gas laws in Excel lab. I have here a gas law apparatus that I'm going to use to collect data for you. I have it currently set at 60 mils. Originally, I actually started making this video with it starting at 40 mils. But apparently, I just happened to pick a gas law apparatus that was not working 100% when I went into my office and grabbed stuff. And anytime I pull a negative pressure on it, it doesn't seem like the valves can handle negative pressure. It seems like it can handle positive pressure, but negative pressure doesn't seem to be able to handle very well. So I'm going to try at 60 and go up to 65 and then work my way down from there. But if the first few data points that we get don't match up well with the rest of them, we'll just throw those out. So for now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a note of the gauge here. It's starting at 0, and notice that it is in hectopascals. So each of the big marks is 500 hectopascals. There are 10 marks in between each big mark, and so each of those are 50 hectopascals. And we are starting at 21.9 degrees C because I was messing with the gas just a minute ago trying to figure out if I could use this apparatus at all. It was a little bit cooler earlier. I think the friction of the plunger moving up and down has actually heated it up a little bit, but we'll go with what it is right now. So that's 21.9 degrees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and close this so that, theoretically at least, gas cannot escape from the system. And I'm going to go ahead and pull it up to 65. So it looks like it did go down just a little bit. Looks like it went down about 1 mark, and it might actually be moving. It's kind of hard to tell. But we'll call it negative 50 hectopascals. And it's at 21.8 C now. So 65 mils, negative 50, 21.8. Now I'll go ahead and plunge it back down to 60. Looks about right to me. 60 mils. We are back really close to 0, but I would say it's actually a little bit over 0, so we didn't go back exactly where we were before. I would say that's probably 25 hectopascals. 21.8 C still. So I'll take it down another 5. And maybe a little bit more. Looks about right to me. 55 mils. And looks like we're about 3 marks up, maybe just a smidge below the 3rd mark. So because each mark is 50, that would maybe be 140 hectopascals, and we're at 21.7 now, so it is cooling down a little bit. So I think the friction that I had in there earlier did heat it up a little bit, but that's fine. We can take that into account with the temperature readings. So we'll compress that down to 50. And I think I need just a teensy bit more. Okay, 50 mils. And now we're up to, let's see, would it be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe a little bit past the 5th mark. So 5 times 50 would be 250, a little bit past that, I'd say maybe 260 hectopascals. 21.6 is our new temperature. Bring this down to 45. 45 mils. A little bit below the 8th mark there. So 8 times 50 would be 400. a little bit less than that, so I would say maybe 380, maybe 390 if you want to do that. 21.5. Let's bring it down to 40. $40 mils. Now we are at a little over the first mark after the 500, so that'd be 560. 21.5. Next set of data here. I'm going to bring this down to 35 mils. Now our pressure is at, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pretty much right on the 6th mark there after 500. So 6 times 50 would be 300, that'd be 800. But if you wanted to make that a teensy bit over 800, I wouldn't argue with that either. 21.5 degrees C. Just 3 more data points now, so we're going to put this at 30. And actually I need just a tiny bit more. 30 mils. Now we are at right on that second mark after the 1,000, so that'd be 1,100 hectopascals and 21.5. Okay, just 2 more here. It's definitely getting more difficult to turn the knob to get the plunger to go down. So now we're at 20, almost 25 mils. We are at a little over the first mark. I'd say actually about halfway between the first and second mark after 1,500. So that would be 1,575, I guess. 1,575 with 21.4 as our temperature. And so our last data point here, sorry, got my finger in the shot there. Last data point. This is definitely getting a lot more pressure. Actually, I think I might have put it a little bit too far, actually. Let me back it up just a bit. Close enough there. So 20 mils. And we are at quite a bit more pressure here. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4 marks after the 2,000. So that would put us at 2,200 hectopascals with a temperature of 21.4. All right. So this, by the way, this is how I was changing the pressure. So it's just a little screw essentially that is attached to a plunger, and we just turn the screw and it brings the plunger up and down. And I'm going to bring it back up again because I don't want to break the sensor inside of there. If you just let the gas out when it's really highly pressured like that, then it will sometimes hurt the apparatus. So that is all the data that you should need to complete this lab. So you should have your starting volume, which was 60 mils was the starting volume. And then I gave you the data points starting at 65 and going every 5 mils with the volume, pressure, and temperature for each of those. Good luck with the lab.